replacement pretty soon.
Yep, I'm wondering whether that's going to be one of the stories of this season, reliability issues. Let's go to the Sky pad. Johnny is there to analyse it again for us. Johnny.
Well, we were talking about it before the race, and it certainly did happen. We're going to do the start. And we're not talking about the rookies. We're talking about the two world champions at Ferrari as we head down towards turn one. And we can see they're both side by side as they enter that first turn. They turn in. We're going to go virtual, and there they are side by side. But I'm going to pause it here because it's these lines. Green line is Kimi, and then it is Sebastian there just at the last minute. Just pulls in that little bit closer to his teammate. And that really did make the difference because then they were very, very close. But as we go into it here, again, the same thing. That's how close they are. Carlos Sainz, very close on behind. But Kimi has to make a decision. But when we go into the car to see exactly what he's seeing, you can see he can see the front wheel of his teammate. So now he can see in his mirror, Carlos Sainz is very close behind. So what does he do? Well, I've got to back out of this one. But as he backs out, of course, Carlos Sainz gets stuck behind him. He runs a little bit wide, and then Nasser thinks everything's going to be okay. But of course, Maldonado on the outside, they make contact. Maldonado has that sort of tank slapper, and off he goes. Very, very unlucky. But if we see it from another situation, Danny Rick goes into that red line I talked about earlier, thinks better of it, lets Maldonado go. Nasser gets through, then they get very close. There's the contact, swinging Lotus in front of him, but he gets through. What a lucky boy he was. But the guy in front, Felipe Nasser, even luckier. What a fantastic rookie drive he's had today.
Yeah, so moving back in here to the paddock, just trying to find a little bit of peace and quiet and see if we can see some of the drivers and then make their way. We just had the 1, 2, 3s. Damon, let's talk if we could. Let's move it on to Ferrari's race, and they've got to be happy with the way things have panned out today, haven't they?
Oh, very much so. I think they're obviously looking at the gap to Mercedes and realising it's absolutely huge. But they've done something right with their engine units, their power units. If you're looking at Sauber as well, their performance, that Ferrari engine is a good engine, you know, so that's helping them enormously.
Yeah, and Sebastian Vettel speaking a little bit of Italian up there on the podium,
yeah,
getting the Tifosi on side. That's a very important thing for him to do, isn't it?
Yeah, he does his homework, doesn't he? This is the thing. I think he's a grafter. He's you know, he understands what's important, and he's keen to learn, and he's very intelligent. And yeah, actually speaking the language, Ferrari is everything to Italy, and vice versa. And the mood in the camp is affected by the mood in Italy towards them, and I think that he will certainly have endeared himself enormously.
Okay, but what happened to Kimi Räikkönen today? We saw at the start there that he had a little collision with his teammate, but then it was this rear left tyre that was causing him some issues. This was the first one, and in the end, an unsafe release for the second one. But yeah, I mean, it just cost them. It's not what they would have wanted from race one.
No, that's a bit of a hiccup, and of course a technical thing which they'll be looking at that. Why is that particular? It could be that one particular rear wheel that is causing the problem. It may be a design fault it's on all the cars. But we saw Maurizio Arriva Bene talking there to to the mechanic himself. He wants to get in there, and he wants to be seen to be getting in there to understand what the issue is.
Yeah, but do you think that's a sort of political thing? He
all
goes out there, he's got to be seen to be giving the guy a bit of an earful.
Absolutely, it is about showing that you're concerned as well. In Italy, there's a great deal of emphasis on actually being seen to be doing something as much as doing it.
Okay. Here is Kimi Räikkönen speaking with Rachel Brooks.
Kimi, you got a bump from Sebastian at the start of the race, and it went downhill from there really with slow pit stops. Not a day you'll want to remember, I suppose. Not a great day, a day you'll want to remember, I suppose.
Yeah, I got hit from behind on the start, and then went to anti-stall because of that, and then on the next corner I got on the side, hit on the side, so I was quite surprised that the car was in one piece. I think we got some damage, but not too badly, and then obviously had to pass some people and changed a bit the way of what we were planning to do. But we had a very good speed, but obviously both pit stops we had an issue, and then unfortunately that really stopped us in that.
It looked like it was your teammate, the first impact at the start of the race. Did you know anything about it? Did you see him at all?
No, I think it was somebody behind. Somebody else from behind me. So I don't think it was between us.
If there was a criticism about Kimi Räikkönen last year and maybe over the years,